All right, just for right now, for the sake of the NBA playoffs, can we please turn injuries off? Can we go to injury mode and just turn injuries off? Okay, because first we're hearing about CP3 who has to go, who is entering COVID-19 health and safety protocols. Now Kawhi Leonard is going to miss Game 5 due to a knee injury that could potentially keep him out of the remainder of the playoff series. Oh man, wow, people, wow, this man, it's almost like you got some villain, evil little villain out there that's going around making sure that certain teams do not succeed. Are they going around just making it difficult on other teams to succeed, in order to advance in the playoffs or to get a championship? I mean, man, wow. It's one of those things. It's like, um, we was just talking about how people were saying that Kevin Durant still should be able to advance past the Milwaukee Bucks if he's really that dude, despite James Harden and Kyrie Irving being injured, right? Okay, and like I said, just because those guys are injured, that doesn't mean that has anything to do with KD's legacy, because it's not like the Milwaukee Bucks are scrubs. You got a two-time MVP winner in Giannis, and he also last year won the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. That's not a scrub team. Drew Holiday is not a scrub. Chris Middleton is not a scrub. Brook Lopez is not a scrub. That's a real good team, people. So are those same expectations are going to be placed on Paul George going up against the Utah Jazz without Kawhi Leonard? I don't know. The way I look at it, I don't think those expectations should be on that. But the way I look at it, Paul George, he has a chance to do something great. Not saying I expect him to do what Kevin Durant did. That would be awesome if he did, especially if you're a Clippers fan, not if you're a Jazz fan, no. But it, man, like the injury bug does. The thing about it with injuries, man, is they don't have a particular season where they only come out. No, they don't let you know when they're coming. They just pop up. Boom, I'm here. It's almost like, if you're just minding your business at home, and then all of a sudden somebody comes knocking on your door and they won't leave, uninvited guests or something, right? But wow, man, Kawhi Leonard has been playing phenomenal, man, and I'm like, man, this dude here is like, he's taking it to a whole nother level the past two games, man. He's like, forget it, and he's doing it on both sides of the court, man. But yeah, this is devastating news, especially if you're a Clippers fan. The Clippers, that organization, they have been labeled as the cursed franchise in the NBA. All right, because it seems like it's always something. It's always something. It's something always. It's always something, no matter what regime they had for the Clippers, the Chris Paul led Clippers, the Elton Brand Clippers, the Baron Davis Clippers, the Danny Manning, Mark Jackson, and Ron Harper, and Lloyd Vogt, and Benoit Benjamin Clippers. Y'all remember those Clippers? It's always something. Man, I told it. Hopefully Kawhi only misses this game here. Okay, because I want to see him play. When you watch, when you go to the movie theater and you're watching, you're going to go watch the Avengers or Justice League or something like that. You want to see the top superheroes on the team out there. If you let's take Justice League for example, we didn't see Superman more until towards the end, but we got to see him. He came back because we all know the Justice League would not have defeated Steppenwolf had Superman not came to save the day. Right, in Avengers Endgame, half of the superheroes we didn't get to see until the end of the film. So, but we still got to see them. They showed up in that epic moment. But had they not been there in that epic moment, oh my goodness. But the thing about it is, in Justice League and in Endgame, the thing about it is that, like, so you take Justice League, so that means Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg, they had to hold it down until Superman came. In the Avengers, they had an Endgame. They had to hold it down. Let me see. Tony Stark, Captain America, Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Nebula, Rocket Raccoon. They all had to hold it down, all right, until the very end when the other ones came back. When Black Panther came back, Falcon came back, Rhodey came back. Who else we lost? The Wasp came back. All right, Drax came back. Peter Quill came back. Spider-Man came back. So they had to hold it down until all of them came back. You know, Captain Marvel showed up. You know, so the Clippers, hey, y'all. If you're the Clippers, you're going to have to pretty much doing what the Utah Jazz have been doing, which is trying to hold it down until Mike Conley comes back, or until, and also an extension to that, until Donovan Mitchell ankle heals up. So if you're the Clippers, you're going to have to hold it down. I do think they have the personnel to do so. Hey, you got playoff P, you got playoff Rondo, man. Can't go wrong with playoff Rondo. Okay, you got Pat Bev, got Marcus Morris, Nick Batum, Zubac. They still got a good squad. So, Reggie Jackson has been playing phenomenal, right? So, if you're the Clippers, you're gonna have to make it happen. Ty Lue, hey man, I think Ty Lue is a good coach. I think this year in the playoffs he showed me he's able to make necessary adjustments, and he's more than just a coach who won a championship with LeBron James. He's showing that he's able to run the show, do a good job, and I like the job that he's been doing. And I don't think a lot of people has been giving this guy enough credit, you know. But I think that as good of a job that Coach Ty Lue has been doing, he is going to have to continue to do that and more, at least especially for this next game here, okay? Because you want to win this game. You don't want to get back to Utah and actually, take that back. I think this game is in Utah. So you want to do your best. You want to win this game, you know, because you don't want to get back home down 3-2. But it seems like the Clippers play better when they're down, right? But man, hopefully Kawhi Leonard has a speedy recovery and we get to see him in Game 6. And if there's a Game 7, hopefully we get to see him in Game 7. Or if the Clippers advance, hopefully we get to see him in the Western Conference Finals. Okay? Well, can you imagine that? We could potentially have a Western Conference Finals where there is a prominent starter on each squad that's missing. You know, you have Mike Conley that's missing, and they might not be able to play. And you have Chris Paul who might not be able to play. If the Clippers advance, you have Kawhi Leonard who might not be able to play, and you have Chris Paul who might not be able to play. I'm telling you. But NBA execs, NBA gods, listen. Let's just turn injuries off. If we can't turn them off, can we? The bar. When you're playing your game, you're playing 2K or NBA Live or something like that, or even Madden, where you go to settings and then you go to injury mode and it has a bar, levels to the injuries. I tell you what, let's reduce the injuries. Especially as I got older, when I play video games, I turn injuries off because, listen, when you have a wife and kids and stuff, listen, I don't have time to play video games as much as I normally did back in the day. So it's like I would like to play the game with my full healthy roster. And that's what I'm going to do. But, man, I hate seeing injuries like that. But I tell you what, comment below, share your thoughts. Let me know if you think that the Clippers have what it takes to advance to the Western Conference Finals if Kawhi Leonard does not play in Game 6 or Game 7. And do you think that the Clippers are going to win Game 5 without Kawhi Leonard? Share your thoughts below. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Stu Nutty Game Podcast. Peace out.